इतना सफर है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in today for our Business Opportunity Over Chai webinar series. Franchise India, we are among top 10 management consulting companies in India. We work on 3 basic platforms: knowledge platform, marketing platform, and transactional platform. Franchise India is Asia's largest integrated franchise solution company, which was established in 1999, and we proudly say that no one sells more business than us, because we have served more than 4,000 brands and helping them in expanding their business with our 70 plus offices, and we have helped more than 40,000 investors in getting the right selection of franchise business for them. We completely focus on franchise ecosystem, and we welcome each one of you along with our brand for today 268th episode of Business Opportunity which Over Chai webinar series. We welcome management team of Franchise India, Mr. Gaurav, Marya, and Ms. Sonya Chowdhry. During the course of the webinar, they'll be sharing their insights, their thought process, their suggestions with each one of us. We do not endorse any particular brand. The attempt here is to represent the brand of the day. And today we are representing you brand which already operational with 160 plus outlets. It's a Dubai-based iconic sandwich brand, Doner and Gyros. And we welcome Mr. Prateek Sachdev, who is Master Franchise India, along with Mr. Nikhil Mukhi. And they'll be talking about this great brand. But before we initiate the process of presenting brand to you, we would like to play a small video from our very own brand ambassador, Mr. Ranvijay Singh, on Donors and Gyros. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, this is Ranvijay Singh. I hope all of you are safe and sound at home. Are you someone who has an appetite for success? Then indulge in this tempting franchise opportunity brought to you by Franchise India with the world-renowned Donors and Gyros from Berlin and Chicago. Their mighty meaty sandwiches, wraps and platters will tempt many patrons to visit you frequently and let you earn a high return on your investment. So what are you waiting for? Book a free consultation with the brand manager today and take an ownership with this Dubai-based iconic sandwich brand. Stay safe. Best of luck.
Thank you so much, Dheeraj, for the video from our brand ambassador. Now over to you, Nikhil and Prateek, for your presentation.
Hi everyone, this is Nikhil. We hold the master franchise rights for Doner and Gyros in India. I'll just brief you about the brand first. The brand first started their operations in 2014 in Dubai. Like Archana said, we are already operating 160 outlets worldwide, be it in US, UK, Canada, rest of Gulf. In India, we started our operations in 2018, October 2018. And by 2020, we are already running 24 outlets all over India, and six are which are in pipeline, and which will be, we'll be starting their operations by say February 2021. So that's about the brand, the brief about the brand. Uh, Archana, can you please start sliding the presentation? So here, if I talk about particularly Doner and Gyros, the food, which is like Ranvijay also mentioned, is based out of Berlin. The delicacies, the specialities from Berlin and Chicago, and the brand has been instrumental in combining all these delicacies and forming, and also transform the food, or probably develop as per the Indian palate. So the food is being product, everything is being produced locally. There's nothing which needs to be imported from overseas, apart from some recipes on which we work. So Archana, can you please slide it? That's the message from the CEO, and Prateek, the master franchise. So first store which we started operations was in Aerocity in Delhi. In after Aerocity, we are already running 9 outlets in Delhi NCR, which is in Vegas Mall, Dwarka, and then Pacific Mall, Cyber Hub, Max Corporate Towers, DLF Promenade, DLF Avenue is another one which is coming soon. We are coming up in Ambience Mall also in Delhi, in Gurgaon. Then God City, there are approximately 9 outlets in Delhi NCR. Then we have another outlet in Chandigarh, that's in Elante Mall. 3 stores in Bangalore, which we are operating. One is from the airport, the other one is in Kormangla, then the third one is in Yalanka Road. Then we have another store in Hyderabad in High Tech City. We are also operating store in Mumbai in Phoenix Market City, Kurla. We are operating 4 stores in Gujarat, 2 in Ahmedabad, one in Gandhinagar, one in Vadodara. The Ahmedabad stores or the Gujarat stores are the standalone stores operating from a size of 100 square feet. Rest all are maybe, from 24, if I talk about, these are in food courts or these are standalone in malls. But when I talk about in Gujarat, we are operating around 1800 square feet outlet stores. We are also coming up in Lucknow in the in Palazzo, which is started operations, and we will be launching the store in December, by December in Lucknow Palazzo as well. So overall, we are at 24 outlets, and 6, like I told you, are in pipeline. We are looking for a franchise in Ludhiana. We already have locations, multiple locations in Pavilion Mall and all. So like I'll give you a brief about how we work, is that we are also tied up with top real estate players in India. So the locations, if we talk about particularly anything which you are looking in from a top, because we like to position the brand in top locations. So how we are connected is that we probably open the stores in top location in India only, and then by tying by the meaning, when I say I'm tied up with the top corporates or top real estate players, the rental values where we break the deal for the franchisees way different from where an individual can get through. So that's where specialization Prateek has been dealing in, and how he has been taking care of it with and when it comes to expansion, we top people from real estate backgrounds as well. Like if you, I'm not sure if you people must be known from the Parsnath brand, Parsnath group. people from Parsnath Group are also our investors who are running our multiple stores in India. And then we have a lot of people in Bangalore as well who are also associated with us. So over, Archana, can you forward this? This is about our vision, passion for hospitality, brought forth a vision becoming a premium casual restaurant chain that offers value-added, nutritious, and wholesome meals to the masses across the globe. And similarly, is the mission that how we want to expand the brand, how we have been doing it, and what what we offer to our customers. Uh, that's about the mission. And Archana. So that's something when I talk about Berlin Doner or Chicago Chicago Gyros is that this is something which the market or probably Indian market has been missing, and we as a master franchise have filled the gap. That there is no competition to our product in the market. Everything like I said in earlier as well, everything is produced locally. There's a lot of money spent by the master franchise here to develop the brand in India, be it the doner bread or be it the gyro bread. Obviously recipes play a vital role. Sorry, recipes play the vital role, but brand development or a product development has taken a lot of our efforts. 6 to 8 months, and in the initial stage were a lot of efforts done by us, and obviously the improvisation also is something which is required at every few months or every day moment we need to improvise the product as this needs to be done or this needs to be accepted by the Indian palate. The best part is that in every state or probably where we are operating, everything is sourced locally from our corporate chefs. So the logistic part is also kept in mind by the master franchise, that any franchisee who wants to open, say, any outlet across India, so everything needs to be produced locally. Our chefs travel to particular cities to figure out what exactly the product is, where exactly the product can be sourced from. Obviously, the doner bread is something which doner and gyros bread is something which is most important from that standpoint. Meat and everything is can be done from a local vendor, but when it comes to bread, so the bakeries and all our corporate chef plays a vital role in producing or sourcing the product locally, so that whenever there is no MOQ required for any particular franchise to place the order, or the logistically it plays a vital role to control the food cost. Like we said, it's a German, a Berlin-based product, a doner, and gyros is based out of Chicago. So particularly, that's the origin of the brand. Archana? That's the menu. There is a lot of changes which we have done in the menu, and in the price, we are as good as Subway. If I talk about in the price variance for a particular product, and it's like I understand everyone understands is India is a price sensitive market, but the product which we offer at one particular MRP, it's fulfilling enough for one particular individual to have a meal. So there are a lot of changes which we have done in the menu, and this has been an extensive menu, but few of things like stores which are operating out of Chennai or Hyderabad, they don't require such extensive menu. And So there will be a slight change in the menu, but the basic food or the basic offerings remain the same. If you compare it with any product which is served in Chandigarh or any product served out of Chennai, there will be changes in the menu, but the basic product remains the same. Archana. We have donors, gyros, we have wraps, we have platters, we have salads, and then combos is something which is always, obviously there in every menu, be it a QSR or an FSR concept. You can take this forward, Archana. That's where we are placed right now, and there are obviously few changes in the expansion. Apart from Ahmedabad, like we are already there in Gandhinagar and also in Vadodara. After that, in Mumbai, we, as mentioned, in Phoenix. In Hyderabad, we are there in High Tech City, and in Chennai, we are there in VR City Mall. Noida, we are already there. Delhi, DLF Avenue is which is the upcoming store which we plan to open by December. Then Lucknow is already placed. Bangalore, we are running 3 outlets. Apart from this is mentioned 2, we are running 3 outlets. So Delhi has been the main focus right now. What we have done is Delhi, or because our roots belong to Delhi NCR. So our main focus was first to start expanding the brand in Delhi NCR. And if I talk about top locations, we are already covered all the top locations in Delhi NCR, apart from one or two left. That too, we're looking for a franchise partners who are looking to expand or who are looking to invest into the brand. These are few pictures from our stores in Dubai and few in Delhi as well. This is the existence. UAE, US, India, Canada, Bahrain, UK, Saudi, Russia, Pakistan, Qatar, and Oman. We've been given few awards. 2016 has been the franchise award of the year, and then by 2018 it was the best doner kebab. In 2018 we got this, and then few awards which we were given in London as well. British Kebab Awards 2019. Ranvijay Singh is our brand ambassador, and also is a strong influencer among the youth. Apart from that, he comes for he comes to launch the every store when we open any of the stores in any of the markets in India. So he's always there to support us, and there's always a marketing stint which happens with his help. But he being so much supportive in every store when we open, he's around us, he's always giving his blessings and everything. He plays a vital role in the expansion as well. Ashna, can we move forward to the financial model? We can discuss that. that's the financial model. What are the D&G capital requirements? Where we have a franchise fees of 15 lakhs. Cost of equipment is also 15 lakhs. POS, training, signage is additional 5 lakhs, which is required. Infrastructure and interiors. Now it depends on the size of a store. We are keeping at a maximum of 15 lakhs. Obviously, the store, if we are talking about a 1800 square feet store in a Gujarat, so that will not obviously charge 50, it will not be 15 lakhs, it will be more. But we are keeping as a benchmark of 15 lakhs, which is there. And then we have a publicity package of grand opening for 5 lakh rupees. So total investment around the project is of 55 lakhs. So our projections, if I talk about starting from 6 lakhs, which is around 20,000 a day, which is not that high, on a higher side. We've kept it on a lower side just for the projections to see how we can have on a the ROI here. So when I say 6 lakhs of projections, because like I told you, we are we plan to open the stores in top locations. So the rentals would be around 1,80,000. That's also on a higher side, which can be controlled, which we try to lower it down, but it can be around 1,80,000. The electricity bill should be around 50,000. The food cost is as controlled as 30%. Manpower, we don't require a huge manpower here because it's like a subway model itself. Everything which gets at the store is 95% cooked. So the remaining 5% which needs to be done is to be heated at the store. The product, be it breads, be it meat, or any protein which comes at a store level is already, like I said, 95% cooked. So manpower, we only need 3 odd people. And one, if we are talking about a big store or a stand store, then 4 people. Less 3 should be fine. Again, 60,000 is again what I've written is on a higher side. Royalties is 6%. Marketing fees is around 3%. So this is also 3%, which needs to be, either the franchisee needs to spend it on Swiggy or Zomato, depending upon the requirement, or if they want to do it, basically, if we talk about the focus is only on Swiggy and Zomato. So 3%, which we say should be spent on the marketing from that standpoint. So from 6 lakhs, we save around, if we talk about first month with low projections, we're talking about for 2 to 4 months of 6 lakh of sales, then our total expenses around 4.5 lakh rupees, where you save around 1.5 lakh rupees per month. Ashna, next page, please. From fifth month onwards, our projections get doubled to 12 lakhs. The rentals remain the same. The electricity, everything remains the same. Food cost is again 30%. Manpower remains the same. Royalty increases as per 6%. If we say, again, marketing fees is 3%. So total you save a profit of 4.5 lakh rupees approximately at a sales of 12 lakhs a month. Archana, next page, please. So by the monthly expenses, when we are in the 13th to 24th month, we have a projections of around 15 lakhs a month, a sale. And then you have the parameters remains the same. The profit goes up to around 5.5 lakh rupees or 5.25 lakh rupees. So the ROI is around 12 months. But when I talk about first month of operations, where we, when we start the operations, there are a lot of teething issues. What happens? So we have kept first month as no sales month. Then the ROI is around, or the payback period is around 16 to 18 months in our operations. I'll give you an example of our AeroCity store. Like we started in October 2018. And before pandemic, March or by February 2020, the store was already, the franchisee already had profits. His payback period was by say 13-14 months only, because the rentals were in a controlled way in that premises. So he could break even by January end or February 2020. He was into profits before this pandemic. So that was our first store, which I think that's about the financial part. Prateek, you would like to say something? Gaurav sir, yes.
Thanks, Nikhil, and thank you, Prateek, for joining. And what we will do is we now start the questions and understand model better, and also we'll get into the cities and markets which we want to really focus on and doing it. Setting a perspective, we have a very close relationship at Franchiseindia with Doner and Gyros. We saw this as an opportunity in about 2018 as a company, and we felt that this was a great multinational opportunity. And especially market like India, because in true sense, we didn't have an option outside Subway today in the good multinational QSR. And this food was much more closer by palate to Indians and to our markets versus any other product which is available. I'm not saying Subway is a great organization, but if you see the food of Doner and Gyros is much more closer to the palate of Indians versus even a Subway. The model is very similar. As Nikhil rightly said, it's all strong supply chain based business model, which makes QSRs actually perform better, because QSRs essentially has to be an idiot proof model where you can assemble something and just pass it on to people. And that's the fun of Doner and Gyros. Doner and Gyros has built a huge amount of back-end capability. Prateek, who's the managing director, he has invested a lot in creating that back-end capability, जिसमें सारा कुछ आपको कंपनी से आता है. Everything is cooked. They just come in there and that thing, and like you have in Subway, you have a front bin Mary, you assemble everything, and you can make great offering for our customers, and a lot of meal combos and a lot of other things are available. So that way the business model is extremely efficient. The business model is consistent by quality, because every where you will go and eat at Doner Gyros, you get the same kind of quality. So it gets you kind of a consistency. And finally, it brings in a better financial efficiency for the business model, because बहुत सारे restaurants जो होते हैं वो कामयाब नहीं होते क्योंकि उनकी back of the house function, front of the house functions, skilled manpower, ये सब चीजें उनको बहुत मुश्किल कर देती हैं for them to be successful. और इस business के अंदर because आपको कोई skilled manpower नहीं चाहिए, आपको सिर्फ और सिर्फ frontliners चाहिए जो right customer service दे सके और product can be right. So I will start with the first question. Either of you can answer. Is that what kind of training which you would provide, and what is the training? If you have a particular training at the center level, or you would do at the site level also?
So training, if I talk about particularly, we do it both at the center and site level as well. So once we start the operations, we help the franchisee to hire all the staff. The staff is trained at our stores as well, which are already running their operations. And when we open a new store, our operations manager and our top staff from particular two to three outlets, they travel to that particular location wherever it is in India, and they help to start their operations, and they stay there for 15 odd days. Because like I said, there can be few teething issues for every franchisee. So we help every franchisee at the store level as well for all the trainings.
Absolutely, very helpful. So pre-opening का जो process है वो 2 weeks का है, 15 days की pre-training है, which is done at the center level, which means that you can go to the nearest store which is operational and you can get yourself trained there. And also it can be also at the site, because finally the product or the structure is produced at the site. The new team gets confidence to work with mature older people, because they have a process of what I call the 3 stages of training: dependent, interdependent and independent. Dependent तब होते हैं जब वो देखते हैं किसी को बनाते हुए, they learn that. Then they become interdependent because कुछ वो जानते हैं, कुछ सीखते हैं, और फिर वो independent हो जाते हैं. तो the senior team then withdraws because now they are used to of handling the business. Now, another thing which is very important, and I think Prateek particularly has worked very successfully on that, कि साइट सिलेक्शन जो है स्पेशली ब्रांड की, और शुरू के दिनों में बहुत डिफिकल्ट थी और बहुत मेहनत से Prateek was able to get great sites. Would you like to give a little understanding where the locations are currently running, and now you enjoy a great position for our audience to know that you are also being offered great locations by top malls, top locations and things like that. You would like to share, Nikhil, or कौन सी लोकेशंस आपको अवेलेबल हैं, कहाँ हम अभी उनको दिला सकते हैं, क्योंकि इस बिजनेस के अंदर लोकेशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट प्ले करती है.
So Delhi, we like I mentioned, we are already operating from top 9 locations in Delhi NCR, be it Aerocity, Promenade Mall, Vegas Mall, or Pacific Mall, Dwarka, Cyber Hub. We are already there. Max Corporate Towers, we are there in corporate hubs. We are there, we are coming up in DLF Avenue. We are also there in Ambience Mall. That's also coming soon. So if I talk about particularly Delhi NCR, we have few locations, like the Cyber Park, which is started operations in Gurgaon, Cyber Park 2. Then we are looking for someone who wants to operate from Pacific Mall, Subhash Nagar as well. And then we have few locations in Gurgaon, be it Galleria Market, Galleria Market, and also one of the malls at the MG Road, which covers that DLF Sector 1 for deliveries and everything. From Noida, we are looking for someone who wants to operate from DLF Mall of India. And then there's a location who's looking for 100 in Sterling Mall in 104 sector. From Bangalore standpoint, or from Chandigarh standpoint of view, we are already there in Elante. So we're looking for somewhere in Sector 8, a food hub, or someone who's looking to have a standalone in Sector 35. Similarly in Ludhiana, we are looking for someone, because we have those locations ready with us. Someone who wants to operate from Pavilion Mall in Ludhiana. So we already have that location. Similarly, if I talk about Phoenix in Mumbai, we are already operating from Kurla. We are looking for someone who wants to operate from Palladium on that side as well. So locations is something which we take care of, and we are already there in top locations. Like we've already started our, we'll be opening the store in Lucknow, Phoenix Palazzo. That's coming up, the number 1 mall, which we have heard in whole of UP. That's next to competition to the Mall of India. So we are already placed there. So locations is something which Prateek particularly takes care of, very well, and because he wants to position the brand in top locations. And rentals is also something which Prateek handles it very well with the leading team.
Very helpful, because location is very, very critical, and being a multinational brand, it's very important to have the right location. And we're getting a lot of requests coming on our chat box where people are asking about specific location that I think Sonya can take up some of the locations which we will be open for and going forward. I'll take one more question and then I'll pass it on to Sonya. Are some locations, because you also worked on some area franchise models, are you still open for some area franchise model and some territories which you would like to talk about for area franchise? Somebody can take 1 or 2 stores of his own and then sub-franchise in some markets.
Yes, we are open for area master franchise or area franchise models. Complete North India is available for area franchise. Rajasthan is also available for area franchise. Then we have Mumbai, Maharashtra. Complete Mumbai as one territory, Maharashtra is the whole of Maharashtra as a territory. We are also available for UP or Uttarakhand as a territory is also available. Delhi is still, we are on a hold because we have a strong roots available in Delhi right now, and we are all our single or multi-store operators right now in Delhi NCR. But if there is a good franchise who understands the brand very well and we have common synergies to expand the brand together in Delhi NCR as well, Delhi is also available. Bangalore, Karnataka for that matter is also available for a master franchise or for an area franchise there.
Sure, they're very, very helpful. So fundamentally they are open for locations. Some of the locations are available for area franchise, but area franchisee normally should have a very strong plan. And that's, you need to really think through that. Are you looking for making that kind of investment and effort? Because initially you need to get your stores right. And once your stores are right, while they have already entered most of the markets by unit franchisee, so there is a legacy already been there. So there's a brand presence already been there. But if you want to further develop the market, then can be a huge opportunity. And so over to you, Sonya, for your next few questions, and if you can also start getting into deeper into locations to find out.
Thank you so much, Nikhil and Prateek. I'll go with the questions because we do see some locations where the interest seems to be coming in. But before that, I wanted to check on the supply chain. How is that managed currently? What are the supplies which are procured, and which are the supplies which are centralized and sent by the company? On the supply chain.
Thank you for your question, ma'am. Like I said earlier, everything has to be procured locally now. Earlier, what we were doing was that everything was sourced centrally. Everything was sent from the central kitchen in Delhi only, which was an impact on the franchise from the logistic point of view. So now everything, like I said, each our corporate chefs, they travel for each market. They have their own vendors who can provide the right kind of protein or what kind of taste we are looking in for all the different markets. So they travel to, like if I'm talking about Gujarat, so our chef had to travel to Gujarat and they were looking for they had their vendors. So the bread was sourced locally. The protein, the chicken or paneer was sourced locally, everything, so that every store has the similar kind of taste. The bread, so if I talk about only the vegetable part, which is the daily use, that can be sourced locally as per the requirements. Rest everything is the support which is provided by the company.
Okay, very helpful. No, I see some locations, and maybe if you can also elaborate, and I would request all the audience, because there are many locations which the company is running, and these are all marquee locations which the brand is running. And if you want to visit in your respective cities, rather we can even arrange a tour of the outlet if that is okay. And I see, maybe I'll pick up some of the locations like Jaipur, Neemrana is one location which I'm seeing the interest coming from. Warangal in Telangana is another city, because most of the locations we currently operate are all tier 1 and iconic marquee locations. They'll be open for locations like these, which are comparatively, I would say, tier 2 locations. And also Dehradun is one inquiry which I have made a note of. Hyderabad obviously being tier 1. So do we also help franchisees, so top locations, top 10 cities in India, we have relationship with the top malls. When it comes to locations like Warangal or maybe Dehradun, Neemrana, locations like these, where the property might not be hand in hand at this point in time. So will there be any assistance provided to the franchisee, one? And second, are these locations open to start?
Yeah, we are open for the locations like for Jaipur or Dehradun. We can help you to source a location or find a location at the Rajpur Road, or same is with Jaipur as well. The WTP Mall which is there, which is coming up in Jaipur. So we are open for that location as well. Similarly, see, we're looking for expansion, and product is something which will be sourced locally, like I said. So the location, anywhere we're looking for in India, like we had a query from Warangal. So the nearest store would be in Hyderabad. So there was someone who was looking for a store in Warangal. I just read, Warangal in Telangana. So we are open for that locations as well. Like we're looking for expansion, people who want to invest with us, and the support which will be provided by us, and the nearest store which is like in Warangal is in Hyderabad. So the franchisee will also be very helpful in that case to how to start the store, and sourcing of the product and everything would be there.
And since we've only talked and discussed about only one model, which is 55 lakhs, is there any other model, especially the one that we've seen in the malls, are smaller format, which is the food court format? Will there be an option for a franchisee to even go for a small model, which is the food court model? And what would be the investment for a format like that?
So in that case, the franchise fees is slightly on a lower side, goes up to around 10 to 12 lakh rupees. And again, similarly, the setup cost will be again on a lower side. Instead of 15 lakhs, it can be around 10 to 12 lakhs. But the cost of equipment remains the same, because you have to have all the equipment. See, we are very flexible in that approach. Me and Prateek, we don't we don't get rigid on the franchise fees part. We understand a few points very well, that we get 15 lakhs in Delhi as a franchise fees, but I am not expecting a 15 lakh franchise fees from a city like probably from Warangal or from anywhere on a tier 2 or on a tier 3 city. People will not be people will be skeptical in paying 15 lakhs as a franchise fees. So we are we are flexible on that part, me and Prateek. We're just looking for people who are keen to expand with us.
Okay.
So model can be designed as per the requirement. If we have a franchise, if we have a location, and also if we are looking to expand into that city.
Okay, so what you're trying to say is, while the basic model that we have talked is about 55 lakhs, which is a bigger area, and a smaller format, which is a food court, can come within an investment of say 30 to 35 odd lakhs, which takes into consideration everything from franchise fees, equipment, as well as the cost of interiors. Okay. Now, another question which I, in fact, wanted to also pick, because we talked about the master franchise agreement, also a relationship which can happen. Is there a proposal or maybe a broad sharing that you can share? What becomes a sharing between the parent or the master franchisee and the unit further? If that is something we can talk now, and if that is ready to be shared, else we can even take that up one-on-one. We have inquiries coming in. But broadly, if you want to mention, क्या शेयरिंग रहती है मास्टर एंड यूनिट के बीच में?
For an area franchise,
master franchisee,
area franchise we are talking about.
Yes, area franchise.
Master franchise, so
area franchise for a region.
So if I talk about one particular example, if I talk about Karnataka, so I'm looking for an area franchise fees of around 60 odd lakh rupees. But how that works is, in that case, I give 2 or maximum 3 stores of free in that fees. If I talk about 60 lakhs, so 15 lakhs of one fee. Of if I talk about, I include 2 stores, so 30 lakhs is something. If he wants to straight away after operating 1 store, he can start sub-franchising. The fees received from the sub-franchisee, in that case, for 2 stores will be with him only for Karnataka. Apart from fees, the royalty part. So royalty from every store which is running in that region, even the current 3 stores as well, who are running in Karnataka, paying 6% royalties. 3% will go to the area franchise for 3% per month for 20 odd years. So that's the bigger picture. If we talk about the royalties from the area franchise, which will benefit out of it. Apart from the fees and any new stores which open in that territory, fees will be a split between 50% goes to the area franchise, 25% goes to the master franchise, and 25% goes to the brand.
Okay, and I also saw an element of 5 lakhs, which is towards the launch expenses. Now, this 5 lakhs includes the visit of the celebrity.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that takes the visit as well. Great. Okay, so what we can do is, because we have seen a lot of our viewers who have sent inquiries from their respective locations. While we have given a broad understanding on the kind of projections one can expect on the lower and the higher side. And a lot of our investors maybe want to delve into details of the sales in their respective cities and the formats. And if I can request, we put up a time and get maybe a call organized with you where these discussions can happen sometime in the coming week, if that is okay. And I will request Shrikantji, Pune is okay. We're open for Pune also as a city and all across. And we've also shared a list of locations where the brand is currently present. And if you want to visit any of these locations, you can get in touch with us. We'll arrange an outlet tour also.
Outlet tour or food trials you want to do, because food speaks for everything. And there is a very good important question somebody asked, 95. Don't hit, this is not a literally, and I think what Nikhil wanted to explain was the large part of the food preparation side is being taken care, and the last prep side and the final finishing goes to the store. So everything like proteins come marinated to you, and you are they ready to be cooked, which means that they go on a donor structure. So once they're finally cooked, and they're put into sandwiches and given to the customers. So it's a very clear similar model, but it's led by equipment at the store, not by the skill of a person. Because the larger skill goes into when you prepare a product by marination and things like that, where a lot of permutations have to be done. That piece is very standardized. So things which are normally done by a person, it's very similar to Subway. You see everything, cold cuts and everything, you assemble that and pass it on to the customer. But you will be surprised how simple that operations can become. And with the food, which is so, so to say, very well designed at the back end. So and also they have done a lot of work, about 3 months of research to bring in a lot of product options. Today, if you want to also talk about a little bit of new, because when the menu came from Dubai, it had to be corrected a little bit for Indian market and also for Indian offerings. So they've done a lot of work. Anything you want to add, Nikhil or Prateek, जो product हमने add किए हैं या कुछ और हमने डाला और आगे future में आप कुछ और menu में डालना चाहते हैं?
Like we've introduced the jackfruit part, the vegan part into the menu, seeing that there are requirements, so people are looking for something, going for a vegan. We've changed a few options in chicken and paneer as well, because looking for some spicy or some non-spicy items, or a regular Lebanese item, which people are looking from that standpoint. We've introduced a lot of new new items in the chicken side and also in the paneer side.
Excellent. So what date would you like to fix for this Discovery Day, where we can bring in potential investors to come and set up a meeting with you, or being invited at the store?
So we are available. That's not a problem. So we can, Gaurav sir, you can just let us know a day in advance, or your team Archana can let us know a day in advance. We'll be available for that location.
So I think we'll set up maybe 24th as a date where we can do that, because it's a lighter day for the restaurants, because you have time on Tuesdays. Tuesdays are not so much nothing where we can easy business meetings can happen in discussion. So if you are interested in outside Delhi, then obviously Tuesday we can set up a Zoom call or a direct call. And if you are in Delhi, then you can even be invited to meet them at the site, at the store, try some food, understand what they are offering, both for area. And if you want to travel also, now some people are traveling also, if you want to travel especially, that's also an option available. So thank you very much. Any last comments from both of you, Prateek, Nikhil, anything you want to share with our audience, both at Facebook and webinar, anything you want to share?
Prateek, you want to add something?
नहीं, जो बता दिया ठीक है. बस मैं तो ये कहूंगा कि अपने फ्रेंचाइजी को जो सपोर्ट है वो हमारी तरफ से प्रॉपर रहेगा. कोई भी मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि हमने आपको फ्रेंचाइजी दे दी बाद में हम सपोर्ट नहीं करेंगे. हमारी तरफ से पूरा ब्रांड की तरफ से पूरा सपोर्ट मिलेगा. जो भी निखिल ने बात करी है अभी भाई ने, कि हम आपको लोकेशन के अंदर सपोर्ट करेंगे, सप्लाई चेन में सपोर्ट करेंगे, तो वो सब चीजें जैसा हम बोल रहे हैं वैसा करेंगे भी. मतलब हम आपको पूरी सपोर्ट देंगे. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम आपसे कमिटमेंट कर रहे हैं कुछ नहीं होगा, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. और बिल्कुल फेयर डील होगी जो भी होगी, क्योंकि हमारे भी फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया से पुराने रिलेशन है, तो हमें उनको भी मेंटेन करना है. मतलब जो भी हम कमिटमेंट करेंगे वो दोनों तरफ से देख के करा जाएगा कि कंपनी का भी उसमें नुकसान ना हो और फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया की भी इमेज को नुकसान ना हो. मतलब यही कहना चाहता हूँ कि मैं अगर कोई भी लीड आती है तो उसको हम प्रॉपर अच्छे से अटेंड करेंगे.
पर्सनली फॉलो अप करते हैं, पर्सनली कनेक्ट करते हैं सबसे.
Absolutely, and we've seen both of them are extremely passionate and working very very hard for the brand. और बहुत मेहनत की है. हर चीज ऑनेस्ट थिंग व्हिच हैपेंस इन्होंने खुद से डेवलप की है, बहुत सारे करके, और बहुत पैशन से ब्रांड को यहाँ पे लेके आए हैं. और अब नाउ दे आर शेयरिंग द ब्रांड विद लाइक माइंडेड entrepreneurs. Anything, Nikhil, you want to add? Anything which you want to say before we close?
So, like I mentioned in our initial conversation as well, that we are very flexible in terms of people who want to invest with us. We'll be complete handholding will be there, and all the support will be provided from the company, from Franchise India, to from start of the business till we partner together, because our motive is that we are not looking for one store. People who shake hands with us, they'll go for a multiple store, because that's how we maintain our relations with our current franchisees as well, and that's what we are looking in right now.
Look forward. Sonya, your last comments?
Thank you. And I like just to add, Prateek, we've seen how you started initially, from a single unit and expanded. And now you handle Pan India. Not only operated your own outlets. I know how difficult it was for you initially because you never came with that background or experience, but you worked very hard to understand the industry. And so there's one word of maybe advice which we also maybe on behalf of the team at DNG is that we need investors, not just investors, we need people who are hands-on and who have time to put in the business. And that's what has been the foundation of DNG when they started. So thank you so much, Nikhil. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
I'll request Ashna kindly take it over.
Thank you so much, Nikhil. Thank you so much, Prateek. Our best wishes to both of you. Thank you so much, our panel member. We would like to extend our thanks to all the dear participants who have joined us today for this particular webinar. You can connect with us at our business hotline number, which is 9717683838. That's the business hotline number from Franchise India's side. We invite all your suggestions, feedback, queries. Please share your detailed profile, your location at the same business hotline number so that we can arrange your call with Nikhil and Prateek. You can also connect with us, get in touch with Franchise India team at our different social handles information on your screen. We request if you want to rewatch or you want to watch all the previously done webinars which we have conducted, you can go to Facebook page of Franchise India Brands Limited, go in the video section, all the previously done webinars submit. They are available at the same page. You can connect with management team of Franchise India at their respective LinkedIn IDs. That's the information on the screen. And tomorrow we are inviting you for another great brand. Assist is the brand which we are promoting, which we are representing tomorrow. They are India's leading wood-based interior furnishing brand. They are into market for 27 plus years. So that's the kind of the legacy this brand carries. Do not miss this chance. Please join us tomorrow sharp 12 p.m. for webinar on this particular brand. Thank you once again for joining in today. Have a great day ahead. Stay safe, stay happy, take good care of yourself. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Gaurav sir. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nikhil. Bye. Bye. Thanks, Prateek. Bye.